Hey everybody. See if my gudgeon ever gets out of the way. What we're trying to see is my little South American bumblebee catfish right there. I noticed his head's sticking out a little bit. He's going around feeding everybody. And my gudgeon's a very picky eater. And one of the few things that I know that it likes is these sinking shrimp pellets. And unfortunately, a lot of times when they get down onto the bottom, and my other fish, such as I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye, I'm seeing a couple of my brand new rainbow fish are showing spawning behavior. And I got distracted by it. That's pretty exciting. I didn't realize they were mature. They're pretty small and they're brand new, and yet I'm already seeing spawning behavior, so that's kind of exciting. Anyway, the South American bumblebee catfish here, I'm just getting completely distracted, is one of the bottom-dwelling fish, along with a rubber-lip pleco that I have in this tank, and both of them like to get some meaty food once in a while. And unfortunately, whenever it gets down onto the bottom like this, my purple spotted gudgeon usually comes down and gobbles it up. And I was afraid that's what was going to happen when the video started. You can see the gudgeon was sitting right there. And you can see its mouth is still partially open, so it's probably already kind of working on a pellet or two in the back of its throat at the moment anyway. I tried to put enough in there that it would be occupied, and that would probably give my little bumblebee catfish here an opportunity to dash out and grab a pellet, but it doesn't look like it's going to do that. At least we are getting a look at the fish. I'm assuming at some point it's going to get startled by me moving the camera around right in front of it, and it's going to turn around and go back a little bit deeper into its cave. And when it does, we'll actually get to see a little bit better of a look at it. I'd really like it to open its mouth and gobble up one of those shrimp pellets. If you can see that sort of light colored mark, it looks like a giant smiley face across the front. That's the mouth. These little fish, just sort of the front end opens up and they become sort of this cavernous gaping maw. So they can eat stuff that's much, much bigger than you might think for being such a small fish. And of course, we never get much of a look at it. I did get a comment about this fish earlier on another video from a long time ago where I was talking about how this is not another fish, I wouldn't really want to buy this fish again. Simply because it's so reclusive, we never get to see it. And it's just, it's an interesting enough fish. I just don't get to see it very often. And the advice I was given by somebody who, claimed to have some experience with this fish was basically just deny it places to hide. As long as you gave it some minimal, shady areas and it wasn't just out exposed in the open, it would be fine. And I'd get to see it and I'd get to enjoy it because it basically wouldn't have any place to go. And that, that's not the way this fish is. This fish likes to hide in caves, and so you've got to provide it with caves. If you don't want a fish that hides in caves all the time, then you shouldn't buy a fish that hides in caves all the time. So rather than depriving this fish, suitable habitat, I'm just not going to buy another one. I'm going to let it do its thing and enjoy it as much as I can when I can. But I've got to provide it with the proper habitat. It's a nocturnal fish, and it's a reclusive fish. So, I kind of knew that going into it. I thought it'd be a little more outgoing than this, but, that's the way it goes. So, unfortunately, this is probably the only bit of a look we're going to get at it at the moment. I really wish it would do something, but again, the fact that we can even see it is something in itself. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and call that good and say thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. That way you won't miss any other videos of this fish or anything else I've got coming up. And who knows, if we're actually getting a spawn from my new rainbow fish over there, then who knows, we might be seeing some interesting videos of some rainbow fish fry in the very near future. That would be exciting. So again, make sure you're subscribed. You won't miss that or anything else. Don't forget, this one here is my Purple Spotted Gudgeon Tank. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.